I don't know how many times we've heard Donald Trump say that Judge Juan Merchan, who's the judge overseeing the New York Stormy Daniels hush money misdemeanor case, I don't know how many times we've heard Trump say the guy is conflicted. Says it just about every chance he gets. And the more we actually see from this judge, I think that's more than fair. I mean, just the easy stuff, just the non-case related stuff, the personal stuff, things like his daughter's firm is fundraising off of the trial and off of the defendant before his court. But then there's the actual case related stuff. He overrules most defense objections and sustains almost every single prosecution objection. Now, obviously, it's impossible to keep score of all this stuff. We don't know the ins and outs of everything. But when you just start looking at the numbers piling up, there seems to be a pattern, right? And when the defense asked for a mistrial based on the prejudicial and unrelated content in Stormy Daniels' testimony, the judge basically said, yeah, I thought that was pretty out of line too. I expected you guys to object more. So he puts it squarely on the defense. Pretty amazing stuff, even for the casual observer. And now Trump has asked for the gag order to be loosened so that he can comment on people who are no longer witnesses, people who are no longer going to be part of the case. And of course, the judge says no. Trump has already appealed it. And I think it should be a pretty easy appeal to win.
Thank you very much.
What do you think of the Stormy Daniels testimony?
Former President Donald Trump is again challenging the court's gag order after adult film actress Stormy Daniels finished testifying in Trump's criminal trial.
We've just filed a major motion in the appellate division concerning the absolutely unconstitutional gag order, where I'm essentially not allowed to talk to you about anything meaningful that's going on in the case.
On the stand, Daniels denied extorting the former president, saying, quote, "I never asked for money from anyone in particular. I was asking for money from publications to sell my story, to get the truth out." But a phone call Michael Cohen recorded with Daniels' former lawyer, Keith Davidson, shows a different story.
If he loses this election, and he's going to lose, if he loses this election, we lose all leverage. This case is worth zero.
Daniels eventually signed a non-disclosure agreement preventing the release of her story for $130,000. She also sold the rights to her life story for $800,000 and toured the country profiting off her affiliation with the former president. Trump's attorney Susan Neckles questioned Daniels, who confirmed signing a statement in 2018 that reads in part, quote, "I'm denying this affair because it never happened." After Daniels' testimony, prosecutors revealed they no longer plan to call former Playboy model Karen McDougal to the witness stand. Trump's former White House executive assistant Madeleine Westerhout got emotional today while recalling memories of Trump and his family, telling the court, quote, "I felt it was really important to share with the American people the man I got to know. I don't think he's treated fairly, and I wanted to tell that story." Westerhout will again be on the stand when court resumes tomorrow morning at 9:30. At the end of court tonight, Judge Merchan said that the trial is on or ahead of schedule. It was expected to last between 6 and 8 weeks. Right now, we're nearing the end of week number 4. Brett?
Night 4, outside the courthouse. Nate, thanks.
I really can't imagine, man, that gag orders, especially such broad and pointless gag orders, can even exist. When you look at them, all they really are, they're temporary restrictions on your constitutional rights. And I can't wrap my head around how any court can have that power. It's remarkable stuff when you look at it, but that's not anywhere near the only issue with this case. This thing, it's crazy to watch. It is fun to read all this testimony, but the craziest part of it is to watch how many truly Trumped, deranged people out there really do support this stuff. They really, really support someone that they don't agree with politically getting targeted by the court system. And I'm sorry, man, but if you support an 8-year-old misdemeanor getting bumped up into 34 felonies with no plea agreement offered to a 74-year-old first-time offender in a city that downgrades or dismisses over half of the actual real crimes that get committed, then I'm sorry, man. You are no longer allowed to use the word authoritarian as a pejorative. You can't do it. But that's just my take, man. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you haven't already, be a part of our growth. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Most importantly, share the channel. I'll see you in the next one.